EP22 opening meant, darkness does not fall all at once. It seeps in slowly, silently until even your breath feels heavier. Tonight, beneath a sky where the moon hides behind drifting clouds, a city exhales secrets it has buried for too long. Somewhere between shadow and silence, someone is running, someone is watching, and someone is already dead. This is not a story of justice. It is a story of survival. In a place where truth is hunted, and lies move faster than bullets, one mistake can cost a life. And one choice can rewrite destiny. The hunt has already begun. Welcome to episode 22, The Cold Body of Jang Jin-woo. Number 22. Jang Jin-woo becomes a cold corpse. A crescent moon flickered in and out of the clouds above the deserted industrial zone. In the dead of night, inside the rundown warehouse, a chilling, lifeless air lingered. Hyena lashed director Jang with a whip. Did you think you could prepare what we asked for with your ass? Instead of your head? Let me go, please let me go. A gag was shoved into his mouth. Only muffled groans escaped. Let you go? You filthy bastard. In a flash, Hyena lunged forward, kicked him hard in the chest, and climbed on top of him. His hands wrapped tightly around Jang's throat. Jang's face flushed red. His eyes bulged, bloodshot. A strangled gasp escaped as he struggled to breathe. Hyena released the gag. You're an enemy of the people. An enemy of our republic. Jang shook his head violently, eyes pleading. Oh? You're saying you're not? Huh. Thud. Thud. Crack. Because of you, 6 people died on that frozen Russian soil. Cough. What does that have to do with me? Look here. Look. You're not allowed to die yet. Not yet. And no, that's not true. Because of the National Intelligence Service, our great cause was damaged. ? You don't even know what you've done to us, do you? I don't know, I really don't. You filthy bastard. Hyena continued the torture without pause. Suddenly, heavy rain poured down. Thunder flashed through the ventilation shaft overhead. Between the rumbling echoes, faint moans of a woman could be heard. What kind of sound is that? It doesn't fit this place at all. Whenever Hyena tortured someone, he played these recordings. Erotic moans recorded secretly in a red light district. Relaxing music? Healing sounds? That's how he liked to think of them. He pulled out a medical kit from a shelf. Click. Through cracked glass, the cold outline of Hyena's jaw reflected dimly. A stretcher used for autopsies lay before him. Jang Jin-woo was laid flat upon it. Hyena slipped on surgical gloves. From a black bag, he pulled out various medical instruments. In the corner, he worked in silence, methodically. Time passed. When the carving was finished, Hyena wiped the sweat from his brow. Jang Jin-woo's body lay inside a black vinyl bag, only his face exposed. Zeep. The zipper slid up slowly, sealing the bag shut. Hyena was, indeed, specially trained. That kind of training stripped a man of his humanity. He had crossed mountains in total darkness during night drills, raided homes of so-called counter-revolutionaries and slaughtered them, washed blood from his body in freezing streams, cleaned skulls of those he killed and slept beside them. How could such a man ever hesitate? To him, killing no longer carried weight. National Intelligence Service Investigation Bureau, conference room. The room buzzed with tension as the situation analysis meeting began. Director Cho lashed out at team leader Kong. Back there when you saw that black dog, shouldn't you have thought? Why is it here? People take their pets on vacation these days, sir. Of course, there are restrictions depending on the place. But that dog was rare. Doesn't that make it even more suspicious? That's my mistake. I should have been more alert. Team leader Yoon, if you knew that breed excels in swimming, shouldn't you have suspected something? That it might be connected to the operation? Kong Daebom snapped back at Yoon, who knew the dog expert Sang UK well. What am I, psychic? Why are you blaming only me? Am I the only investigator here? How would I know whether that dog was some stray, or a breed once used by the Spanish Armada? But you already knew something about it back then, didn't you? You idiot. Idiot? You crazy bastard, just because you say it doesn't make it right. I should have realized too. I admit it, I was careless. But still, so what? Think about it. Why would a dog like that be alone on a ferry? No owner in sight. That should have raised a red flag. We all dropped the ball. Damn it. How was I supposed to know? It was wearing a receiver and acting on commands? Director Cho slammed the table. Enough. How can your analytical judgment be this poor? We're sorry. Our fault. Have you checked the CCTV? Yes. The dog blended in with the crowd during boarding. How many passengers boarded with pets? 5 in total. And? That dog just walked through. The staff didn't stop, it said it looked expensive. So you don't know who the owner is? Not yet. We're expanding the search radius. What breed is it? A Portuguese water dog. Water so it swims well? Yes. It's known for endurance swimming. Anything else? They were used by fishermen retrieving gear, delivering messages between boats. Impressive breed. They were even used by the Spanish Armada. Find out who imported it. Possibly a wealthy family. Track the import records. Where it came from. Yes, sir. The body disposal site was too horrific to look at. The skull was crushed inward, blood congealed across the corpse. The stench of iron thick in the air. Police sirens flashed wildly. Forensic officers in marked vests rushed around. Cameras flashed relentlessly. Reporters argued with officers behind the police line. As Daybom and Junte stepped out of the vehicle, officers saluted. One lifted the covering sheet and flinched. A serial number was carved deep into the chest. SF16893012. What kind of number was that to be branded like a mark of existence? Detective Ma. Daybom called out. I've seen you around, even at the forensic unit. Oh, team leader Kong. You're here? Still speaking awkwardly. Last time, he severed the wrist. This time, he slit the throat. This isn't human, it's psychopathic. No human could do this. The world's gone mad. Another officer clicked his tongue. Let me know as soon as you have interim results. Will do. By the way, why do you keep talking down to me? Aren't we the same age? Same age? You're 13 months older. Come on. Same zodiac year. We're practically the same. Daybom grinned slyly. Careful. One day makes a big difference. Detective Ma chuckled bitterly, then looked back at the body. Team leader Kong, this bastard's not human. He's a monster. A psychopath. Late at night, the red light district on the outskirts of Seoul glowed brightly. Women in short skirts stood in the shop windows. Beside them, others in dresses sat close together, whispering quietly. After every killing, Hyena would come here, to this red light district, as if performing a private ritual. Just as surgeons unwind with hard liquor after an operation. He came here to soothe his nerves. To reward himself in this twisted sanctuary of pleasure. Is this enough? He handed over a thick envelope of cash. The woman peeked inside. Wow, that's more than last time. What are you, some kind of venture businessman? She naturally looped her arm through his. You like it? Because it's a lot? Who doesn't like money? And you always come to me, so of course I'm grateful. You really love money, don't you? Of course. Money's the best. But Oppa, why do you always come to me? You remind me of my M&A. A North Korean dialect word for wife or woman. Emmy, what? You sound like someone from the north. No, I just call you that. Come on, honey. Let's go inside. I'll make it real good for you. I'll make you melt. Hyena followed her into the inner room. While she was in the shower, he quietly switched on the recorder. Heavy breathing filled the room. Animal-like gasps grew louder then slowly faded. Hyena lay beside her, smoking calmly. The woman lit a cigarette too. "What's your name?" she asked. "Yoon Kyung." "That's a pretty name. What's yours, Oppa?" "I don't have one." "What do you mean you don't have a name?" "Everyone has a name. Just call me Hi." "Hi? Like hi in English?" "Just think of it that way. You're my M&A here." A sudden knock broke the air. A thug's voice followed. "Hey, you need to come out. Police raid. Hurry up." Doors banged open and shut as men rushed through the building. Startled, Hyena quickly pulled on his clothes and slipped the recorder into his pocket. "Lights out. Move now." The red lights shut off one by one, plunging the place into darkness. Shouts echoed. Footsteps of police rushed closer. The thug, clearly experienced, whispered directions. "This way. Straight ahead. That tunnel leads toward Yongsan Electronics Market. Hurry, there's still time." Fearing capture, Hyena slipped into the shadows, twisting through narrow alleys. As he rounded a corner, two police officers appeared, flashlights cutting through the dark. The beam blinded him for a moment. He struck them down and bolted. His hat flew off. For a split second, his face was revealed. A deep horizontal crease across his forehead. A face impossible to forget. Police radios crackled urgently. Suspect fleeing toward the railway hall. Repeat, suspect fleeing toward the railway hall. Male. Approximately 170 centimeters, black shirt, black work pants. Wearing a cap. Distinct horizontal crease across the forehead. Muscular build. Copy. Whistles shrieked. Boots thundered against the pavement. "Over there. Get him." EP22 ending meant. The night grows quieter. But the truth grows louder. What was taken cannot be returned. What was hidden has begun to surface. Blood leaves traces. Silence leaves scars. And somewhere in the darkness, the hunter watches, waiting for the next move. This was not the end. It was only the moment when the game revealed its true face. Because in this world, those who survive are not always the righteous, but the ones who endure the longest. The story continues. The truth draws closer. And the next chapter will not forgive. This work is based on Scorpio, a finalist of the second Proud Korean Screenplay Contest. It has been reimagined and updated as a multi-user, cinematic storytelling project.